idea.
No idea. That is the band. Ophelia.
Ophelia, okay.
You know that song?
I've heard it.
Was it something that somebody said?
Yeah.
Mama, you know we broke the rules. Was somebody up against the law? I play it slower, you know.
Yeah. I think that's what always throws me off.
Mama, you know. Yeah, I know. I get lost sometimes in the middle of playing it. Like I'm trying to be pretty with it so we don't get copyrighted for it. And then I go, oh, I'm trying to sing it in my head, but you're singing it slower, you know.
Yeah.
Ophelia, reference to Shakespeare's Hamlet by the band.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures. I don't have any muscles. I don't know what I'm doing that for.
Gonna do Megadeth. A song called In My Darkest Hour.
In my darkest hour.
It's pretty accurate.
I think that may be a hymn or something. In my darkest hour.
Give you a little bit of context.
In my darkest hour.
So the story goes, when Dave found out about Cliff Burton passing away, he sat down and wrote the music for this song. But the lyrics are allegedly about an ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
Ready to check it out?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right, this is In My Darkest Hour by Megadeth.
Well, then proceed, Richard. Well, who knew Dave Mustaine had feelings?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The beginning and the end sections, the intro and the outro, basically. That whole electric guitar picking with the acoustic up under it, mimicking the notes, has been used.
Sure.
And used.
Very rarely is it used poorly.
Well, I don't.
Or very rarely do I not like it.
You don't like it here?
No, I'm saying I do like it.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's sort of like a warm blanket sound. You heard it. You've heard it so many times.
Yeah.
You know the era that you're going to when you hear it. And as we were listening to it, I started to have this philosophical debate in my head about certain things in recorded music that you hear that people mimic and do. Metallica does that. I'm sure many other metal bands in the 80s and early 90s did that.
Yeah.
And I started to, have this narrative or this conversation in my head of I just want to hear music that you can't say that about. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's just crazy. You know who Sun Ra is?
I don't think so.
Crazy jazz world music dude who just he's not. He had a commune and his musicians, they all lived together, and it was like it's crazy stuff. But crazy music. It's just out of this world stuff, and it's very Sun Ra is its own entity. And then a lot of the improvisational music I like is just it. I'm sure that we could sort of pinpoint. Some people are affected by certain things, so then they put that into their music. But anyway, I say all that because I sort of was judging the song before we listened to it, and I like Megadeth. I like the turns that Megadeth takes with their rhythm, with the guitar work. I wish the guitar solo was in both ears.
Sure.
I want to be fully enveloped by it, And at the end of the guitar solo, it bled over and it got back to stereo again. But or in both ears, but it's weird hearing Dave sing about, why'd you do that to me?
Yeah.
You hurt my feelings. My feelings.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the song is at the end when the guitars are doing the descending thing. It sounded like it was going to end at that point, and then they do the outro again. I like that. No, because it's just chaos. It's just like just craziness. Just play whatever. See what happens. The guitar solo is pretty cool. I don't know. What do you like?
I like to look at it with the added context of if the story is accurate of when he wrote this song. He immediately finds out that Cliff has passed away, and he sits down with his guitar and he writes out this entire song in one sitting. Mm-hmm. And the emotional roller coaster that this song is, and the emotional roller
musically.
Coaster. Yeah, strictly musically is what I'm talking about. Because there's some anger in there. Mm-hmm.
Denial.
It's all there. And you can literally just hear it bleeding out from his fingertips. Yeah,
going from sadness and maybe, sadness, and then it just ends with pure sadness again. But in between, there's a roller coaster of anger and all that.
I like to think that, because this song is so sharp turn, unexpected movements, I like to probably look at it, because this was 1988, so I'm like, probably a lot of cocaine went into this one too,
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, it definitely goes through erratic part. Not erratic, but the changes just happen suddenly, but that's sort of a Megadeth thing.
Yeah.
I mean, in the very beginning, you're waiting on them to kind of come in with the beat, and it's just and it goes on for a little while. And I mean, the regular riff in it is pretty straightforward, just dun 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 dun, whatever. I was laughing because the lyrics are strange over. I guess, like you say, if the story is true, then it's strange to hear him. Don't you think I deserve love too?
Sure.
But the emotion is the same. I mean, both stories have it's something taken away from you before you wanted it to.
Yeah.
situation. Yeah, grief. Calls her a bitch in the end of the song.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's him,
He's
right?
not happy with her.
Yeah, you know, I mean, whenever I think of that guy and a picture of him comes into my head, it's just resting Mustaine face.
Resting metal face.
Yeah, resting metal face, and it's hard for me to think about him. I was picturing him coming up to me and introducing me to his lovely wife.
Yeah.
You know, how would he do that? This is her.
Who he's...
Say hello.
I think he's been married to the same woman since like 91.
Has he?
Yeah.
I mean, he might...
Which is awesome.
He might be a softie.
I think so.
He might be a softie.
Most metalheads are.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean...
You can't say most metalheads are softies.
I can.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so. I can say that pretty confidently.
I don't know about that. I know there's a lot of softies out there. They get all their aggression out in their listening of their music.
Yeah.
His vocal in the beginning was hard to kind of understand what he was saying because of, and then he had another effect on his vocal at one point that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I didn't really know why.
That's probably my least favorite part of it. My least favorite thing about the song is that effect that they add on certain sections.
Certain sections, and it's not even the whole thing.
Right.
I mean, I guess if it was the whole thing, there would be, I don't know, it's almost...
It's just dated.
Maybe.
And it's hard for me to enjoy that part.
Me too. I had trouble in there, but the guitar work was good, and then speeding up at the end. I like that about Megadeth, that they rip chord you. You know, they rip chord out of certain parts, and then you're just off and running. And
that's a good way to put it.
And I like that. I like that about them, because they don't lose you. They don't lose you. They don't. You're not so. It's not so surprising that you're still lingering in the last section to try to catch up to see where we are now. They sort of push you into the net, and you're off and running with them.
Yep.
They do that really good. They just keep pushing you everywhere.
Sure.
Nice little ditty. Nice little song about heartbreak. Sounds like heartbreak.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Megadeth. I don't have much else. I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. People like the song?
Yeah, it's a popular song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could sing this with your heart on your sleeve, and
for sure. In my darkest hour.
Just like that, except with a weird, wow, am I resting metal face. That's pretty good. You're just
just came off the top of the head.
You just got them going, dude. You gotta write them down or something. Make sure you get credit for them.
Gotta get some T-shirts printed.
Resting metal. That's pretty good. We should.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson. That was In My Darkest Hour by Megadeth.
Great Measures. Did you understand what I was saying?
Have a wonderful day, everybody.